Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today is episode/part 2 of trying Victorian traditions for a year. I have missed a couple traditions, but I kind of did it intentionally. One of the traditions that I did not do is May Day. So on the 1st of May, it is tradition to pick lots of flowers, and there's sort of like a neighborhood festival that would happen. Of course, social isolation, so any sort of big gathering was not going to happen. So I skipped that one, and also I didn't make a video on Mother's Day because it's just the same as our modern Mother's Day basically, so like there wasn't really much to show. I also didn't do Memorial Day because that's like an American memorial decoration day, and I'm Canadian, so today's tradition is a Victorian ice cream social. Here I have my book on Mrs. Sharp's traditions. There is a section on the Victorian ice cream social, and this tradition was intended for rather small children. And once again, it's sort of like a big gathering thing on the last day of school or on the 1st of June, which is today. You would have your friends over and your teachers to sort of celebrate school ending and the summer coming in. Now, once again, social isolation, so a party wasn't gonna happen, and I am 16, so like, it was intended more for like 10-year-olds, kind of. Also, I can't have dairy, so I have here with me, I sort of made myself a bit of a sorbet thing. So the plan is, I will be eating my ice cream and sort of do a history video on ice cream socials. I thought that would be a good sort of in-between so that I don't actually have to, like, you know, plan some big shindig that nobody could come to. So get yourself some sort of frozen treat and we'll start learning some things. So I sort of explained generally what the ice cream social is. Around the end of the school year, you invite your friends and teachers over to celebrate the coming of summer. Ice cream in the Victorian era was quite a special thing, because it's frozen and there weren't refrigerators. So ice cream was super special, you would only have it on special occasions, and the ice cream social was a specific time that you could plan to have ice cream. Ice cream has been around for a very long time, and you know, it's very tricky to get because you have to be like transporting the ice somehow and figure out how to make it, but it has been around for a couple hundred years. But in 1846, a Mrs. Nancy Johnson made ice cream much more accessible to a lot of people by inventing an ice cream maker, the hand-cranked ice cream freezer. So that was sort of one of the earlier patents of a refrigerator because it could keep things cold, but you had to constantly have like a maid cranking it like all the time, 24/7. So people started to be able to use the ice cream maker on special occasions, such as the ice cream social. By the 1870s, ice cream was much more available to a lot of people because there started to be ice cream parlors. So you could get ice cream on less special occasions, but it would probably be more expensive than ice cream today. In 1874, a wonderful confection known as the ice cream soda came into existence. It came about because a confectioner had a special drink that he would make involving fruit, juices, and carbonated water and heavy cream. But one day, he ran out of heavy cream, and so he decided, maybe I should use ice cream. This was a big success among his customers, and the ice cream soda became quite popular. People loved ice cream soda so much that by about 1890, people started thinking that it was messing with the fabric of morale of society. So an actual law was passed that you could not have an ice cream soda on the Sabbath. However, a soda proprietor got a little bit tricksy. He decided to eliminate the actual liquidy parts of the ice cream soda. So it was an ice cream and fruit combination, and he called it a Sunday soda because it was like an ice cream soda, but specifically made for Sundays, so it didn't actually have the soda part in it. Very sneaky, clever guy. The Sunday soda was later shortened to Sunday, the ice cream sundae that we all know and love today. So an ice cream soda actually came before the ice cream sundae. In Mrs. Sharp's Traditions book, she recommends that you bring an address book to your ice cream social. Because there's a lot of goodbyes to some friends that go to your school with you and saying goodbye to your teachers, which can be emotional for some children, especially in the Victorian era when it was much more common to just have one teacher that taught you everything and you know, spent a lot of time with them. So Mrs. Sharp recommends that you bring an address book to take down addresses and, if you're doing this in the modern day, emails and phone numbers and such of the people that come to your ice cream social. So that is pretty much it. Maybe if you have kids, you can like have a little ice cream social situation just amongst your family when it's their end of school time. Just a fun little celebration and a fun little nod to the Victorian era. Real quick, I'd like to mention that I have a YouTube email where you can send me interesting Victorian or vintage fashions to react to in a YouTube video. Here is said email address. So my frozen dessert here is getting a little melty, so I'm gonna sign off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye! You know. It's incredibly evident in the editing of this video that I do not know how to speak.